Yeah.
Like all these claims are coming out, and I'm like, if you had all year because you were complaining that these things are going to happen, what did you do to prepare for that impropriety? In which case, look, like I said earlier, I think Donald Trump should take it to the courts to the full extent of the law. Joe Biden should defend, litigate, take his own, path to the courts to the full extent of the law. We're entering lawfare territory, and the winner is going to be the winner, and the Supreme Court might rule for Trump. It's like, look, I was a little kid when Bush v. Gore happened, but people were, I don't know if do you remember the videos that came out? Like they were egging the motorcade and like throwing tomatoes and stuff. Not my president. And they had to like rush through. I vaguely remember this. I could be wrong because I think I was 13.
You actually just
14.
made all of this up. There was no close race between Bush and Gore. This was like Tim's dream as a
Bush
child.
landslide.
Yeah.
Everyone
Bush
cheered.
landslide.
They were giving a thumbs up, and
Everyone
then he was
loves
like,
Bush.
I'm going to go to war.
We're gonna go to Iraq.
We're going to go kill people.
Could you imagine if social media was such a like existed really? You know, back in 2000. What a nightmare that would be.
Oh my goodness.
Twitter
Yeah.
Gosh.
and Facebook like existed.
Well, man,
Awful.
look, we're here, and I am really worried. I do believe. I used to work at a homeless shelter in California. It was a network of homeless shelters, and one of the complaints we often got was that once California, notably Los Angeles, became one-party rule, they stopped governing. They didn't need to.
Yeah.
It was like people just vote for you for no reason. It's great.
So Maxine Waters has stayed in.
Yeah, people just go in and
I don't
go.
know. She's pretty good at what she does. She's pretty fantastic.
There's
Maxine
no political
Waters.
competition at all.
No.
So they just keep winning over and over again, and they don't have to do anything. And they don't do anything.
Amazing.
They often say that California is 5 years ahead of the rest of the country.
5 years ahead of us. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that why they have medieval diseases?
Yes. Actually,
yes. And you best be ready because
They're
we're
coming.
5 years away
coming.
from typhoid
Yes.
outbreaks.
Yeah, I'm excited.
But there are a lot of things about what happens in California where they say it eventually, the policies make their way to the rest of the country.
What happens in California, unfortunately, does not stay there.
It
doesn't.
stay there.
And this is, I think we were talking about this the other day, but the role that California has played for the rest of the country, and the reason we've tolerated them is because it was just a place where all the people who vote very stupidly can sort of stay together. But unfortunately, they've begun to spread out and infect the rest of the country. I consider this to be a very serious problem.
They're moving to other places and they're turning them blue.
Yeah, because they abandon California because of how horrible it's gotten, and then they vote for the things that made California horrible.
Brilliant.
My point is, we are dangerously close to that happening federally.
Ugh.
If the Democrats take everything, if they get the presidency, the Senate, and the House, congratulations. It's going to be a brutal battle for a while though, because at least we have an electoral college, but I think if they get to that point, there's no electoral college.
So I want to.
Well, you need a 2/3 majority to get rid of that. So I don't think that would actually happen.
Yeah.
I don't want to insinuate that this sounds at all suspicious because I like doing YouTube. But 538 tweeted unironically that 2 more batches of Pennsylvania vote were reported. And this was at 4 p.m. today. But 538 tweeted 2 more batches of Pennsylvania vote were reported. 23,277 votes in Philadelphia, all for Biden.
All of them.
Every single one of the
All
votes.
of them.
Every single one of the votes for
Uh-huh.
Biden. And then about 5,300 votes in, I believe, Luzerne County, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, nearly 4,000 of which were for Biden. The fact that the first set, 23,277 votes, were all for Biden would be something I would consider to be suspicious if I wanted to get kicked off YouTube. I would think that's strange. I don't. So I think actually that's probably really normal.
No. They'll kick me off if you say it.
So I definitely think this is really suspicious if I'm being entirely honest.
I mean, maybe it's part of that amazing voter fraud organization that Biden mistakenly said it.
He did.
Mistakenly? That's an assumption.
I don't know anymore.
Dementedly?
Dementedly.
Is that the word?
It slipped out.
No.
I mean, it's very possible. I'm not Nate Silver. I do not know. But I mean, maybe it's just the way he worded the tweet. Maybe it doesn't mean all of the votes.
Did you see what happened in Michigan?
But that's what he said. So
I think it was Michigan. Was it Michigan where 128,000 votes came in only for Joe Biden?
I believe
Right.
and Wisconsin. Michigan and Wisconsin both jumped up like that very quickly without Trump gaining a single vote.
I do want to stress though. Reporting errors. When the
Yes.
reporting error in
Right.
Arizona was in Trump's favor, everyone's like, "Oh, look at here." And then when you have this reporting, this strange anomaly, they're like, "Well, that must be fraud." It's like,
Fair enough.
yeah, we don't know.
We're staying on YouTube.
But it does,
That's right.
when those things happen, everybody's very sensitive right now.
Yeah.
So when
Right.
you do see that,
I'm not.
you might react emotionally and think, wow, that there might be something to
Right.
this.
That's
So
why I'm
you
saying
can't blame anybody for that.
they better investigate like legitimate claims, the ones they can, like the Sharpie Gate thing. I think no, what they need to do is just make sure, maybe do a recount, or I don't know if a recount is even necessary, but make sure if you're in Arizona and use a Sharpie, just check your ballot and stay vigilant. But if there are legitimate fears and concerns and claims, like right now in Michigan, they're boarding up the windows so no one can see inside the poll counting place. I'm like, okay,
why are you doing that?
For transparency.
For transparency,
Yes,
yeah, exactly.
Yes, yeah, it makes perfect sense.
But people are outside and they're like looking through the windows and filming, and then they start putting up boards so no one could see in.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
That
no.
is weird.
That's
No,
a little
no.
bit weird. That's like a weird thing if you want to
We
get
need
kicked
it.
off YouTube to point out.
Yeah.
Listen. Robert Reich said, Truth and Reconciliation Commissions, right?
Yep.
Okay, well, the first thing we have to do to honor Mr. Reich's wish is to make sure that we have a full investigation of all of these so that we know for sure who won. If you're a Democrat and you're saying Joe Biden get over it, then you should welcome any and all challenge. So once and for all, finally, you can say to Trump, you lose.
You lose, Donald
in
Trump.
every possible way, in every investigation, in every attempt, in every legal battle you
every
lost.
level.
You should want that. To have Trump be able to say, well, I
didn't. Oh no, I'm so embarrassed. I'm gonna cry and run home.
That seems like
That's what he's
something
gonna say. He's
Exactly.
gonna run to Trump Towers and go into nobody wants to be my friend anymore. And then Trump is gonna fall to his knees and scream at the sky. I think it's gonna be a complete
I
reverse.
can see it.
He'll be part of one of those compilations with all the girls screaming.
And wouldn't it be hilarious?
You know?
No, it's that, dude. What they want is for it to be an exact reversal of trends where all the Trump supporters are screaming. So you're going to have like working class people with real jobs that are difficult, like construction workers just like screaming and crying on the side, like, oh, Trump, like as if that would ever happen. I thought it was so revealing of the psychology of the left that it was actually left leaning outlets that were posting the videos of kids who were upset and crying over it, as if we were going to watch that and be like, oh, well, now I feel bad. I shouldn't have.
Right.
I shouldn't have voted for Trump.
Shouldn't
What
have
have I
done
done?
that.
How horrible! It's
like
the optics of that are so horrible, but for whatever reason, they think that like if they cry, we'll feel bad for them, and
I think that's
really
wh-
pathetic.
that's why they think everyone's a grifter. They're
Yes,
like, why
that's so
isn't
true.
Seamus crying? He doesn't
Yeah.
really care. He's lying.
yeah.
Like, no, I'm an adult man, and
An adult,
I just
period.
don't really get that emotional one way or the
About
other.
politics, yeah, like don't get me wrong, this is really important to me. I think this race has meant a lot. It's going to change the future of our country in drastic ways. I believe that because Joe Biden has won, or if he does win, millions more unborn children will die, thousands more in the Middle East will die.
Yep.
And that's serious. I do take that very seriously. But what I take most seriously is my soul and the development of virtue and my family. And if you have stock in those kinds of things, as opposed to just being obsessed with the political process and nothing else, then you have some perspective that results in you not crying when your candidate loses an election.
Exactly.
Even if you recognize the seriousness of such a thing occurring.
Can we talk about people crying about
Yes, we can.
on the internet?
Can we cry right now?
Just can
I
we
was
do it?
kidding. I want to
Let's
let it
all-
out.
Let's all cry together.
Well, I mean, that just kind of makes me think about how social media, like who do you think are the loudest voices on
What, on the-
Twitter?
on the
Is it
left
the
or-
left or the right?
The left, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, they are. It's a fact.
Jack Dorsey's very loud.
Because we talk about how the media definitely, the media and the polling are helping to skew and the narrative and make everybody think that their candidate, that Joe Biden that there's gonna be a blue wave.
And there
right?
wasn't.
Yeah, and there wasn't. It's the same thing when, like, look, if the loudest voices got their way, like Andrew Yang would be president.
Yep.
Because the Yang Gang were like the loudest
Oh, so
people on the
annoying.
planet, with their little blue hat avatars in their names. But it's oh no, go ahead, please.
No. Well, had Trump won, the blue wave would have been liberal tears. But unfortunately, that might not be the case. He might be losing. I don't know. It's still a toss up though. We really don't know.
Well, I'd say it's a toss-up just because the media is untrustable. You can't trust them.
Mm-hmm.
And we need certified results before anything. In which case, the left right now is already their hubris is showing, man. And you better be careful. I'll say right now, I got no idea who wins. If Biden wins, well, best of luck to Biden and Kamala. I don't really like them very much, and I'll hold their feet to the fire if they do things I think they're going to do. And, we'll move on with our lives. We'll keep running our businesses. We'll take care of our families, and we're not going to cry about it. Yeah. Be mature,
No.
I guess.
Be an adult.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't think we're gonna. I mean, did you see earlier? Did you see the video of the Nevada Secretary of State, or there was somebody talking about their election process, and some guy came out in a shirt that said like barbecue or something, started screaming like,
No, what?
Joe Biden's a criminal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, did you see
He had
that?
a meltdown. I heard.
Yeah,
some
it
of
was
that,
pretty
yeah.
funny. Yeah, if
And
you
that's
guys
going
have
in the
seen it.
montage.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the thing. Why is it? Of course, the loudest people are also some of the craziest people too.
And
what?
Twitter,
What are you talking about?
Twitter won't ban them, is a thing, right?
Well, they're on TikTok.
Well, hold on. Listen.
That's
That
true.
kinda
They're all
explains
15.
it, yeah.
I think it's going to be really interesting to not have a president for a little while. We don't. If Joe, well, I should
I
say,
mean, we don't know who the official victor is.
No.
We don't
well,
have a president-elect yet.
No. I mean Joe Biden. He's not going to be a president.
That's true. He's not. Yeah.
They're going to be like the Senate.
not gonna be my
the
president.
Senate's going to walk up to him and be like, "Sign this bill that Green New Deal," and he's going to go, "Oh, Jim, and he's going to just like scribble on it, and it's going to be like signing over his power of attorney to some random guy.
But how many bills do you think he's actually going to be signing with Mitch McConnell as
No, that's what I mean, none. None.
He's going to sign more executive orders than Trump ever did.
Some random guy's going to show up to his house and be like, "I'm Hunter," and he's going to go, "What, Hunter? Yeah, I'm Hunter. Sign this document for our Ukrainian energy business." "Oh, okay." And then he signs it, and he's like signing over his bank account,
Oh
just
my
like some
God.
random guy. We're gonna have a president. Look, man, I'm not trying to be mean, but come on.
Yes, you are, Tim.
Nobody
They
who
should
voted,
delete your
listen,
channel.
Nobody who
I'm sorry.
voted for Biden voted for Biden. They voted against Donald Trump. Thanks for checking out this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. We do the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. So come back to check us out when we go live. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and we are also available on all podcast platforms for free if you want to listen to us there. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you all next time.